So yeah. So if you've been a subscriber to my channel lately, you might have known that I have done my original series called The Coop. The Coop is a series where we follow the adventures of Max, the Buff Orpington chicken, and yeah, it's just the series inspirations were Animal Farm 1955 version, Primal because of his dark. I like his darker. Basically, the show has dark themes, but very shitty voice acting and production quality. Yeah, because I don't know how to fucking do shit. So yeah. Anyways, if you want to meet the characters, here they are. So first, this is going in alphabetical order. So we have Andrew Jenkins. He's the farmer. He's a police officer. Yeah, part-time police officer. He's 6'2", weighs 198 pounds. He's a human. And he's male. Yeah. Then we got Ariana, who's a female red junglefowl. She's 10 inches tall and weighs around 2 pounds. Yeah, she's the mate of G, which is another red junglefowl, which is her mate. Yeah, yeah. And Ariana, yeah, she was featured in episode 2, and so was G, which is her mate. Then we got Bertha, who's a feral pigeon, who came around like the 21st episode, I think, around the 20 episodes. Her name is Bertha, 7 inches tall, weighs around 13 ounces, and she's a rock pigeon, since she's, a feral pigeon. Then we got Chang, who's the big boss rooster, who's been, who's the boss of the series. He's not an antagonist, but he's not a protagonist, too. He's neutral. So he's 3.5 feet tall, weighs 16 pounds, and he's a Malay chicken. Yeah, he's the boss. Then we got Charles. Yes. So some of the birds on my series don't really get names because they get killed off pretty quickly. But I'm giving them all names. Oh yeah, even the most minor of all characters. So anyways, Charles, 1.9 feet tall, weighs 5 pounds, and he's a ring-necked pheasant. He's a domesticated ring-necked pheasant because he's from a breeder, which is, Andrew Jenkins. Anyways, Charles was flying and then got shot down by a hunter because the hunter thought it was an actual wild pheasant. But Charles actually had a leg band on him, and the hunter didn't see him. But he was shot by a 12 gauge, and he somehow survived. So there he is. But then he gets killed off in the second episode. Yeah, this spoilers. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Then we got Daphne, who is 1.1 feet tall, weighs 3 pounds. She's a naked neck chicken. Yeah, I couldn't find her exact render when I used her in the show. So we're just gonna stick with this. So yeah, she's a kind-hearted chicken, and yeah, that's pretty much it. She's basically a minor character. Deceased chicks, yeah. So Dylan and Miley. So during the 4th episode, there were 3 Malay chickens, right? So both Dylan and Miley were 4 inches tall and weighed around 2 ounces. So there was a fox. There was a predator. A fox, yeah, I already spoiled it. And they came in and killed 2 of the 3 Malay chickens, and these 2 were the dead ones. So yeah, Dylan and Miley. So yeah, then we have Diesel, who's a goshawk. 1.2 feet tall, weighs 2 pounds, and he's a goshawk. Northern, I guess. He's a northern goshawk. That's his breed. Not really. I don't really know. Then we have Emily, who's a WELSUMMER chicken. She's a female, and she can be pretty kind, and she mostly just follows the rules. She's obedient. 1.4 feet tall, weighs 5 pounds. Then we got Eric, who's a Chinese goose. 3.9 feet tall, 13 pounds. And yeah, he's Chinese. He's bilingual, and yeah, he can speak both fluent English and Chinese. He can seem to be a little shrewd at times. And then we have Eva, who's a cream LEGBAR. Yeah, she can be a dick at times, but sometimes she's nice if you get on her good side. She's 1.3 feet tall and weighs around 5 pounds. Then we got Guidon, Gaidon is a golden pheasant. He's a foot tall, weighs 1.3 pounds, and yeah, he's a minor character. He appeared around episode 20, and that's his only appearance ever. He was a new bird. He had Gaidon. Then we got Gerald. He was one of the first other birds, and he appeared in episode 1. 8 inches tall, weighs 1 pound, and he's a SERAMA chicken. So yeah, Gerald. Yeah, I'm trying to find their exact renders because I don't really do the Coop series anymore because that series ended. So I'm trying to find their exact renders. Some of them I can't find their exact renders and transparent images, so I had to stick with some alternatives. But hey, just ignore that. Anyways, we got Gina. Gina is a female ringneck pheasant who appeared around episode 21 or around 20 or 21. I forgot. Anyways, Gina is a cocky female pheasant who's too full of herself and thinks she is beautiful. Yeah. She's a feral pheasant. She just came to the farm just to harass the other person and bragging about how beautiful her feathers are. 1.2 feet tall, weighs around 1.2 pounds, and yeah. Then we got Godzilla. He was an escaped pet from the vegan teacher. He was enslaved and forced to eat vegetables until the vegan teacher was killed by Andrew, and he escaped. Anyways, this guy is 10 inches tall, weighs 15 pounds, and he's an Argentine black and white tegu lizard. Yeah, he's a minor antagonist. Then we got Gustav, who's another minor antagonist. 9.4 inches tall, weighs 1 pound, and he's a peregrine falcon. He's using the more Middle Eastern peregrine falcon look. So yeah, there's that. He's more brown in color. So yeah, there's Gustav. Then we have Houston, who appeared in the second episode of the Coop. And yeah, I'm just giving some backstory and lore. Houston is 2.4 feet tall, weighs 3 pounds, and is a red-tailed hawk. So yeah. Houston has been known to be a little cocky and a little smartass, if you even call him that. So yeah, Houston the red-tailed hawk. Then we got Hugo. Hugo is 3.5 feet tall, weighs 14 pounds, and he's an Indian peafowl. Or peacock. Because there's no other peahens. Yeah. And then we got Jake, who's a rattlesnake. He's a minor antagonist. He's 8 feet long, weighs 3 pounds. He's a big boy. Then we got Jane, who is, you could say she's an antagonist. Maybe or not maybe. Maybe she's a protagonist, trying to do everything good for her son. 2 feet tall, weighs 8 pounds, and she's a Malay chicken. She's the mate of Chang, who is the other Malay chicken. Okay, next one. Janet. She's the mate of Max, who is the main character of the show, who's coming a little later because all of this is in alphabetical order. She's 1.1 feet tall, weighs 5 pounds, and she's a barred rock chicken. Next up, Jim. Jim is a raven who's friends with the dog named Rufus, who's a black Labrador retriever, which he's coming later. Jesus Christ, these characters are all fucked up. Make sure to remember them. I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, Jim. Freaking Jim. So Jim is, he's a foot tall, weighs a pound, and he's a common raven. He has a low monotone voice, he can't fly, he has to hop because he has arthritis. And he sounds like Stephen Hawking on crack. Yeah. This is what Jim sounds like. He appeared around episode 9. So yeah. This is what he sounds like. Jimbo, you're gonna enter to the shadow realm if you don't shut the fuck up. There. Jim impression. Then we got Kevin. Yeah, Kevin. Who's that one remaining chick? The one remaining surviving chick. You guys remember that? When they were killed by the foxes? Yeah. Kevin was the only one remaining. And I get his name mixed up with Luke, who's another character on the show. So this is Kevin. 3 feet tall, 12 pounds, and he's a Malay chicken. He's a male. I couldn't find his exact render, so I had to go with this one. Apologies for mixing you guys up if you actually like the Coop. Okay, then we got Lightning. Lightning is an Old English game rooster. He's 1.5 feet tall, weighs 5 pounds, and he's racist and he's a cock. Yeah, he's a little cock and he's an asshole to everyone. Then we got Lindsay, who's the brother of Luke, who's an AUSTRALORP chicken, who's coming up later. Anyways, Lindsay is a Rhode Island red who's a foot tall and weighs 4 pounds. Then we got Lucy, who's an AYAM CEMANI, 11 inches tall, weighs 2 pounds, and yeah, she's a pretty small chicken. She and her father were were bought from a SJW Black Lives Matter activist, and because the Black Lives Matter activist thought she was from Africa, even though AYAM CEMANIs are from freaking Indonesia. So they escaped because they were living in poor living conditions in a cardboard box. Their mom was also bought too, but the mom died, so only Lucy herself and his father. So yeah. Then we got Luke. Yeah, freaking Luke. This is Luke right here, an Australorp chicken, 1.2 feet tall, and weighs around 7 pounds. Yeah, he's a big boy. And then we got Max, the main character of the show. He's a buff ORPINGTON. He's 1.5 feet tall and weighs 6 pounds. Yeah, he's a pretty big guy. Or should I say, yeah. It's some of these freaking stats I got kind of mixed up, like names. The S is not supposed to be there. Anyways, Micah. Micah is a Mallard duck. He's a domesticated Mallard ducky. Look, it's the same situation with the freaking with Charles the ringneck pheasant. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, Micah. He's a minor character. And then we got Midnight, who's another AYAM CEMANI. And his daughter is Lucy, which is, that female AYAM CEMANI that we just saw earlier. Yeah, this is the father of Lucy, Midnight. Yeah. 1.7 feet tall and weighs around 4 pounds. And then we got Monty. Monty was a minor character. He appeared around episode 17 in Double Trouble. So yeah. He's 6 feet tall, weighs 160 pounds, and he's just an emu. Yeah, just an emu. That's it. Okay, moving on. Then we got Regina, who's the mate of Gerald. Yeah, Gerald. You remember Gerald from all the way back there? Frickin' Gerald! The SERAMA? Yeah, she's a SERAMA too. 7 inches tall, weighs 15 ounces. She's a pretty small hen, but she's hardworking. It's rumored that, it's pretty clearly stated that Gerald does not like Regina. Is there some dark secret behind Regina? Well, it turns out actually Regina abuses Gerald. So yeah, there's some lore right there. And Gerald doesn't want to admit it and say it in front of her wife because, one, Regina hears everything, and two, he's embarrassed that he's getting abused by a hen. Hashtag save Gerald. Anyways, here's Rufus. Rufus is the black Labrador retriever who's also a police dog. 2.3 feet tall, weighs 80 pounds. He's a dog. Yeah, he's best friends with Jim the Raven. Yeah. He's very playful and loyal to his owner, Rufus. Then we got Samuel. He's the main antagonist in the episode Double Trouble. So yeah, Samuel. He's the younger brother of there was another guy too. God damn it! He has a brother which I forgot the name of until I get there. So yeah, get to that freaking slide. Anyways, 2.5 feet tall, weighs 10 pounds, and he's a bald eagle. Then we got Shifu, who's a Japanese bantam. 1.2 feet tall, weighs 3 pounds. He's a small guy, but he gets along with everyone. But his main rival is Lightning, which is the old English game rooster who keeps picking on him. So yeah, Shifu is getting bullied by Lightning, and both of them often get in fights. Next one, Soto. Soto is a cougar and the main antagonist of episode 7, I think. I forgot. Look, this was a couple months ago. My memory on this series is gonna be furry and fuzzy. So anyway, Soto, 3.5 feet tall, weighs 240 pounds. He's a cougar, concolor. So yeah, his scientific name is just cougar concolor, which is the North American breed, not the South American. This the North American breed of cougar. Then we got Spike, who is a Jamaican field cricket. He's an inch long, weighs an ounce, and he's a minor character in episode 9 where Jane finds a cricket. No, this is not the main plot. This is just like a minor event where Jane finds a cricket to eat, eats it, spits it out, and she says "Why is this cricket so spiky?" And both of them have an argument until Jane fucking leaves. So yeah, this is the cricket that she ate, spiky cricket named Spike, who's a Jamaican field cricket. Anyway, Swift. Swift is a barn swallow who's 2 inches long, 2 inches in height, and weighs around an ounce. He's the barn swallow who lives in the barn, the nearby barn. So yeah, there's that. Then we got the Guineas, the infamous Guinea gang. They're our gang, like Gucci gang, but instead of Gucci, it's Guinea. Yeah, anyways. So their names are Crash, follow the cursor, follow the hand. They got Crash, Bash, Ezekiel, and Tom. Crash is featured in the first episode of the Coop, and he's the main I don't know, minor antagonist, I guess. He's known to be really aggressive. Yeah, aggressive is the right word. Then he almost said the N word, but then stopped himself because he knew he wouldn't even go that far. All of them are a foot tall and weigh around 4 pounds. They're domestic guinea fowl. Anyways, you had the racers, who's the racing team of pigeons. These are domestic pigeons. So we got Follow My Hand again. This freaking hand. We got Silver, Belle, and Custard. They're all 9 inches tall and weigh around 14 ounces. And they're racing Homer pigeons. Silver was... Okay, so Belle, she's a kind soul, she's welcoming. Custard is a special needs pigeon, but he still races. He knows the concept of racing. Silver is the more serious, he's the leader. So yeah. It was not until that we find out that that Belle and Custard were killed. Custard got lost in a storm and just died. So Belle got eaten by a peregrine falcon, which was Gustav. Yeah, Gustav. Yeah, Gustav killed Belle. That same peregrine falcon was Gustav. Oh yeah. Anyways, let's go back to Rufus and Jim. In the episode 10, called Rufus and Jim, they see a bald eagle flying over their house, and that bald eagle turned out to be Samuel. Just to let you know. Okay, and then we had a vegan teacher who's a minor antagonist in the episode in episode 11 called Reptilian Tussle. She's 5 foot. I'm just making this shit up. She's 5'1", weighs 60 pounds because she's a fucking vegan. Her species is called Dumbass, and she's a vegan. Her breed. Yeah, fuck you, vegan teacher. And then we got Vince, who is a mute swan, who's a sassy mute swan who's too full of himself. He's 5 feet tall, 32 pounds. He's a mute swan, yeah. He keeps saying he's a racist towards darker feathered birds, and he thinks he's too full of himself. He thinks he's too proper and Gucci. He thinks he's the fucking yeah, I'm the shit. I'm the most proper and most I'm so rich bird. Yeah. Anyways, Vince almost says the N word 3 times in the video. So yeah, and the birds had to keep stopping him from saying that word because Jim was there. Anyways, we have Vlad, who is a vampire bat, who causes Rufus, spoiler, to go rabid and asks him to be put down. 5 inches long, weighs around 2 ounces, and yeah, he's a vampire bat. Then we got Juan. Juan. He's a great horned owl. He's 2 feet tall, 2 feet long, weighs 4 pounds, and yeah, he's an owl. Yeah, he's the same owl. Okay, so in episode 4 of The Mammal Behind the Slaughter, where both Jane and Chang meet up with the fox that killed their babies, two of them, an owl finally comes down to like swoop up the fox randomly and starts eating it. And meanwhile, Jane and Chang just run away. Yeah, but one appears in episode like I don't know where Rufus gets killed by Jake, and that same owl, that same goddamn owl, reappears and kills the rattlesnake. Anyways, we got G. You guys remember Ariana from the first few slides? The female red junglefowl. This is her mate. G, or her second name, Blaze. 11 inches tall, weighs 3 pounds, and he's a red junglefowl. A pure red junglefowl. He's a pure one. Then we got Xander, who's the brother of Samuel, the other bald eagle. Xander is the oldest of the bald eagles. He seems to be very protective of his brothers. No, it's not a gay relationship. Okay, they're brothers. God damn it. It's just that Xander raised Samuel when he was younger. Anyway, he's 3 feet tall, weighs 14 pounds, and he's a bald eagle. And then, yeah, that's all the characters. That's all the lore. So I really hope a fandom wiki of this whole fucking trash TV show is made. Like, look at these characters. 46 minor and major characters. Protagonists and antagonists. Anyways, bye-bye. And, check out the Coop if you can. It's a really low-budget show, and most of the episodes are mediocre at best. And plus, the episodes' lengths, the time episodes of the lengths and everything, are like, they're like all fucked up. So yeah, the runtime episodes are usually around like under 10 minutes, but some of them go over 20. So yeah, so go check out the Coop if you can. I don't know why I'm bringing this series back up. I'm just talking about it again, where people pretty much just forgot it. Anyways, bye bye.